extreme love-hate, more on the hate side for New York City, and a lot of people do. And for me, it's really the whole state of New York, because I feel like when I'm there, I'm not getting much out of it as in other places like California or Colorado. There's a lot of prejudice, especially in the city. But upstate New York is a lot better than New York City for sure. The houses are bigger, you got a lot more room, and the people are just a little bit more tolerable, but they can be judgmental as well. But the weather sucks. It's really cold, and it's like a lot of humidity, mosquitoes, and it's not really my thing. Some people they like New York State. It's not my favorite place. In the East, I prefer Pennsylvania. I really like the Philadelphia area. There's really good food. Philly's my city. I call myself a Philly girl, even though like I've only been there a few times. Like I still call myself a Philly girl. I love the Philly cheesesteak. I know it's overrated, and I think Pat's or Geno's is the big question over there. To me, none of those. I never set foot in any of those establishments. The mom and pop stores over there, restaurants, they're really good for the Philly cheesesteak, and I would get fat just eating that if I stayed in that place too long. And the people there, they're pretty cool. I feel like they're a lot better than people in New York City. When I was in Philly, I was like, why do people live in New York City when there's Philadelphia like an hour and a half away? And I was thinking, oh my God, when I lived in New York City, I hated it so much. Had I known about Philadelphia, I would have just been there instead for sure. Even though it's slower, the vibration is different, but you still get that East Coast flavor when you're in Philly. You still feel like a city girl when you're there. New Jersey. So if it wasn't for Atlantic City, I would not have much to say or really anything good to say about New Jersey, because I feel like it's overrated. It's close to New York City, and like the city is there, I think. Like things like just like Jersey City. Oh yeah, Newark, and yeah, it's just ghetto. Like I'm not a fan of New Jersey. When you're in New Jersey, you feel like you're in New York City, like the Bronx or Queens or something. It's really, really ghetto over there. And if you get away from that, you can go to Atlantic City and you'll be pleasantly surprised like I was there. Like I was expecting Atlantic City to be all run down and everything. And I was there, it was classy. I'm like, oh my God, this is better than Vegas. Maybe not better than Vegas, but it definitely rivals Vegas in some ways, at least for the hotels. Yeah, people who live in like New Jersey, like there's nothing going on. There's a lot of like Caribbean people, like my kind of people who live in those areas, but it's really ghetto. Like, and I feel like that ghettoness spreads like New England, like Massachusetts, Rhode Island. It's all in that area, and I'm just not a fan. That's why I don't go back. But Atlantic City is really cool. I love Atlantic City. I was there for a concert a couple years ago and had the most incredible time. And like I love it. The boardwalk, and the guy gave me free pizza after the concert. I was just so happy. I was like, oh my God, because it was like $7 for one slice of pizza over there on the boardwalk. I was like, there's no way I'm spending $7. It was probably like my last $7 that's accessible to me. And the guy ended up just giving me the pizza for free. It was like this Philly cheesesteak pizza too. I was like, oh my God. Like I heard people say like, you want the best Philly cheesesteak, go to New Jersey. I was like, go to New Jersey. And then when I was in Atlantic City, like that was really cool. New England. So this is where I'm from. I love New England. New England is a good place because like places like Oregon, Idaho, like have like elements. People who live there, just when I go there, it reminds me of New England. I always circle back to that. You have like the better states like Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, parts of Rhode Island. But yeah, I feel like Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Connecticut especially, is really ghetto. And I'm not a fan of those places, but New Hampshire is really pretty. So is Vermont. Maine is really, really nice. I've only been there once, but I should be getting back there. I'm not a fan of Boston because it's ghetto and it's been going downhill a lot. It's like I noticed any place where like a lot of immigrants, a lot of crime, and it's not a cool place to be. Like when I'm there, I'm always comparing myself to like, oh, when I'm in Colorado or I'm in California. Like it's not like that over there. I'm like, so why am I here? Then I'm like, okay, I don't have to be there then. So like I'm not a fan of those places for that reason. There's nothing really going on that keeps me there, and I feel like out of all the cities in the United States, Boston takes the cake for being the meanest city over in the entire country. I feel like people say it's New York City, but Boston is way worse than that. And it's racist, and I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. I like the layout of the city, though. It's interesting and it's rich in history, but if you come to the United States for the first time, that would not be a city I would recommend.